Yo, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel, Disc and Deals coverage. My name's Lucas. Week 3 of some tournaments. We got quite a few to show you. We got some B tiers and a couple A tiers. Let's not waste time. Let's get right into it. We're going to look at a few different tournaments throughout this week. We have 4 different B tiers we're going to look at. We have 2 different A tiers, but as always, we're going to start with the lower rated tiers and start with the B tiers. Let's look at that now. Let us travel to Taupo, New Zealand. Yeah, you heard that right. New Zealand. We got the Taupo Classic. And in this tournament, we had an FPO side and an MPO side that we can talk about. Some Americans made the trip. Let's talk about some of them. On the FPO side, you have Juliana Korver and Zoe Andike. Let's take a look at the results there. Only 5 women in the field, but hey, Juliana Korver takes it down by 5 strokes and gets her first victory on the year. If we jump over to the men's side, we had 15 different MPO players. And a few different Americans in attendance were Corey Ellis and Nate Perkins. And looking at the results here, Corey Ellis takes it down with a 10:44 rated final round, and he also shot 10:37 on the weekend for his first victory of the year. Congratulations, Corey. And it's awesome to see some of these Americans traveling outside of America already this year. Okay, let's cross the ocean back to the United States. We're going to go to Amesville, Oregon for the 2024 Santiam Open. No FPO side to really talk about on this one. 39 people in attendance. Some of your Pacific Northwest boys playing. You have Cole Redolin, Scott Withers, Ty Love. And when all was said and done, Cole Redolin takes it down pretty easily by 5 strokes. A 1061 rated 14 under and 1059 rated for the weekend. I'd say he's already in mid-season form. All right, from one coast to the other, we're going from Oregon all the way to Orlando, Florida for the Barnett Park Championship. 40 MPO in attendance here. Castaplass, Joseph Anderson, Johnny McRae, Luke Sampson, Charlie Goodpasture, and a whole slew of others. And the way things shook out, you have Joseph Anderson. He's going to take this one down by 2 strokes over Clay Harvey. Anderson shot a 10:38 for the weekend and captures his first victory of the year. Let's move away from the oceans and let's landlock us in Ponca City, Oklahoma. A little bit of localist action for us Kansas folks. 18 people in attendance. Your highest rated player, Bo Tillman, 999, and Clayton Lawson, 992. But in the end, it's your 973 rated Jonathan Amos taking it down by 1, shooting a 1025 final round and 1020 on the weekend. But we can't not mention Wichita local Anthony Vance, who shot well above his rating, matching the 1025 rated final round and shooting 1014 on the weekend. Pretty good for a 957 rated player. Okay, and that wraps up B tiers. Let us go ahead and move right into A tier action. And we're going to go to some international action on the A tier side. The 2024 MX, the Mexico Disc Golf Championships in San Luis Potosi, Mexico. Definitely didn't say that right, but that's okay. We had some names in the mix here. Some Americans made the trip. We had Kevin Jones, KJ USA, Tall Paul Oman, Luke Humphreys, and Freddie Mesa in the mix. But when we look at these final scores, you have Nicholas Culver. Nick Culver shooting a 1048 rated 9 down to take it down Maybe not someone you expected, someone I definitely did not expect. I don't know much about Nick. Looking at his rating, he's 1006 rated. He's from Iowa. He hasn't really played any tournaments on the big stage, but maybe that all changes this year. Maybe this is his coming out party. Time will tell. But good on you, Nick. Great shooting, and congratulations on the victory. Now let us jump to the biggest A tier of the week, the Maricopa Open in Maricopa, Arizona. We had FPO. We had MPO. Of course, we're going to start with the FPO side. Owen did not make this trip. We had 7 women in attendance. Jen Allen did make the trip. And looking at this, she cruises to an easy victory by 16 strokes. She finished off her tournament with a 7 under, 992 rated round, and she shot 983 for the weekend. On the men's side of thing, we had 38 players, with some of the same players from the Shelley Sharp in attendance. You had AB, Anthony Barilla, Goose, Aaron Gossage, Andrew Marweed, Parker Welk, and a lot of others. After the first round, Anthony Barilla has a 1-stroke lead on the field, looking like he's going to continue his dominance, although he did slightly crumble at the end of the Shelley Sharp. After the second round, Tristan Tanner and Andrew Marweed shoot the hot round to jump up the leaderboard. AB still at the top, but now tied with Marweed going into the final round. And looking at that final round, you have the DGA brothers, Tristan Tanner and Andrew Marweed, locked up at the end of regulation. It's going to go into playoffs. And on the first hole of the playoff, Tristan Tanner takes it down and gets his first victory on the season. And that is back-to-back Arizona playoffs, back-to-back DGA wins. First Parker Welk, now Tristan Tanner. Tristan is only rated 1008, but he shot a 1057 rated final round. And on the weekend, he shot 1041. Great job. Maybe the discs do make a difference. I told y'all, DGA has a super sneaky good team. And with Cole Radalin winning, that's another DGA victory. Look out. Tune in next week for some more coverage. Once this season really is underway, I'll kind of back these off because we know Jomez and the Disc Golf Pro Tour are going to have tons of coverage for us. But right now, some of these tournaments that aren't really talked about, I want to talk about them. So if you like this, please subscribe, drop a like, hit me with a comment, tell me what you're thinking. I really appreciate you. As always, take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.